For the crest, I'm just going to use this. You can imagine that this is the top of the head, and it is the same. This is the center, so that's where we're going to put our little V shape for this crest. So you're going to try to loop it through so it comes out in the middle. If it's staggered to one side, if you come out here, so it's okay. It's not a big deal because it is pipe cleaner. It will be flexible. So, okay, I'm going to go through the middle and then come out the side. Pick one of the stitches. There we go. That worked. Okay, then I'm going to pull to my fold. I can straighten this back out a little. Usually I fold down the tips so that it's a little less pointy and less dangerous, but it doesn't really matter. So make sure that you can get a V shape. So here's my ball of yarn, and I have this threaded on here. What I'm going to do is I'm taking the tail. I'm going to go through the middle and out the back. And this way I will have a tail to work with later. Okay, this is just to tie it off once I've gone up, down, and then I'm gonna go back down and then tie it off and then stuff it back in. So this is the tail. The other ones can just be ignored. And now all you gotta do is start wrapping it around the pipe cleaner. So pick one side and I just start wrapping quite tightly. So all of the little fuzzes will shrink down, but I try to get as close as possible to the last time I just went around. Okay, we will be going back down, so it's not too big of a deal. If you do miss a spot, just make sure you hit it. Then you want to be consistent too, so that the thickness is very similar. I think there's a little white spot I missed. Once I get to the top, I'm gonna try to get as much as I can. And if it's sticking out, it's fine. And then I just go back down. This is the trickier part to see. But again, just go right beside where you just were. So it's actually rough. So it's pretty, they stick to each other very well, so that's why I don't use any glue here. And then at the bottom, you just want to make sure it does wrap pretty well. And then I go through back the middle, and then for the other piece I'm gonna go the opposite direction because it just feels nice. So make sure you actually get the very bottom, and then you go again all the way up. Because I have a little bit of white, so this one is all stable already. You can trim off those little whites if you want. This one's messier, but not a big deal. So this direction, my yarn is actually not unraveling now, which is nice, but it's also giving me more gaps. Okay, all the way up. You definitely want to take your time and not make this kind of mess, but it's fine. And then I'm going to go back down at a slight angle just to make sure it gets caught on, and then I can continue again. Okay, so I'm going to work all the way back down. And once you get to the bottom, this is where it gets tricky again. You want to make sure you hold this. Okay, leave yourself a good amount, maybe as long as that other tail, and then cut it off. Okay, and then keep holding this because you don't want it to unravel. And then you're gonna thread this through. I wonder if I can do it. Yeah, thread it through. There you go. And then while holding it, just go around again, and then I'm going to go through the middle again, come out at where this one is so I can tie them off together, and then pull really tight. So once you've done that, it stays in place, and then you can just tie it off. I like to do 2 or 3 knots, and then I use my scissors to push the knot back in through the hole. Right, and then I push in as much as I can, and then whatever I can't push in, I just snip off. So then, let's see, I did this, so then you don't see that anymore, it's inside. And there you go. there's the crest, and then you can still manipulate them as whatever shape you want, and it should be tight.